Peace and love, everyone. My bad. You know, hips got a little bit more oomph in it than I thought. So, happy Friday, happy October. Today's October 1st. I didn't get to say it verbally, like audibly, but happy Libra season. We entered Libra season on the autumn equinox. It's actually a lot that I need to talk about in the sense of planets, in the sense of emotions, how it may be, I don't want to say interfering, because interfering sounds like it's getting in the way. But interfering, disrupting, maybe shaking up your energy within. All the planets that we have that are retrograde, just a lot of things that are going on. We actually have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. That's about 7 to 8 planets that are moving backwards. So yeah, you probably feel different. I know I do, which is why I haven't been here to deliver a video, because Shawty almost wasn't here. But that's a whole nother story for another day. Honestly, whenever I get to that point, I think of my father. And I think about how he did what he did to instill in us the strength to never do that shit. Don't run. Be stronger than that. So, granted, at the time, he might not have been. But I feel like his offspring are now in that position to really see it and be like, it's never gonna take that though, you know. Also, another story for another day. Sorry for the rant, side tangent. But anyways, so Libra season, like I said, Libra season feels really good to me. Virgo season is somewhat hard for me. I am a Leo sign through sun. I am a Virgo rising. So I have a Virgo rising, which is, I guess, what people, not I guess, but it's what people feel about me before they get to know me. So it's like, oh, she's got to be this, that. Really, I'm like, ain't shit. Like, don't give a fuck about nothing but me. And, you know, it just is what it is. But, yeah, so Virgo season's always a challenge for me because it requires me to, like, do the work to be the person that I am, even though that's not the person that I want to be. Like, that's just not who I want to be. But that's what people perceive me as. So it's difficult for me personally, Virgo season. It's like literally staring at yourself in the mirror and just dissecting everything you don't like. Like, so yeah, this past month has been real fucking hard. Just mentally and emotionally, and I mean physically though. Bitch looks amazing. So told you, Leo sun always decides to pop the fuck out. But yeah, so we are now in Libra season. Libra season has started on September 22nd. It was the same day as the autumn equinox. It's the day that autumn equinox is the day that our night and day are the same. They're even. We start having shorter days and longer nights. The weather starts changing. In the other half of the earth, it is the spring equinox. So they start having things blossoming as we have things harvesting. And so it's just it depends on where you are. You know, you just might feel it differently. Us being in America, we feel it in the sense of fall. We feel it in the sense of autumn. We feel it in the sense of just the change of the seasons, the change of the time, the change of the ambitions, of the goals, of the focus. So we are now in Libra season as well, which is a change mentally, because we went from Virgo, who is hardworking and go-getter attitude and thinks it, does it, puts the plan, makes a plan, puts it into action type sign, and we're now in Libra, who's all about balance and harmony, and grace and gentleness, about being wise, about being just, about being fair, about being neutral being able to see your side, but also seeing other perspectives, seeing both sides of things. So that is the energy that we are channeling until October 22nd. So we got from 9:22 to 10:22 to really harmonize our lives. If you see me looking down, I actually had to take notes on a piece of mail because that's what the fuck I do. But yeah, I had to take notes because I wanted to break down the planets that are actually retrograde and how those planets may be affecting your life. It may be able to give some insight into what's been going on for the past couple months. I don't normally talk about retrogrades as much as I should. I've been focusing on the moon cycles and really just been trying to harness the energy of the moon cycles, but there's so much energy within these planets as well because they are gravitationally pulling the earth and rotating around the sun the same way. So it's just like that has an effect on the planet earth, and since we dwell on the planet earth, it also has an effect on our bodies. Depending on your birth chart, and I've been digging a little deeper into my birth chart, so if you would like to do that, you can, hit me up. You just got to know what time you were born, and then we can figure out your moon and all that other stuff, but also what houses are controlled by what signs, and shit gets deep, and then you start to realize, like, I'm not crazy. So, you learn what's going on the sky. You realize why you are the way you are on Earth. So we're going to start with the first planet that went retrograde. We've actually been having planets going in retrograde since April. Now, Mercury goes retrograde 4 times throughout the year. This is our last Mercury retrograde of 2021. Everybody focuses on Mercury retrograde. Mercury just went retrograde. Everybody focuses on that because it's a major retrograde. It happens all the time. It's drastic changing. It causes drastic changes in your life because it's constantly happening. Like, Mercury's constantly going retrograde. So it's having in real-time effects versus, like, outer planets that go retrograde and then they stay retrograde for, like, months. Whereas Mercury goes retrograde. It goes retrograde for a couple weeks and then it comes back out. So that's why it really shakes shit up. But we're actually going to start with Pluto. Pluto is actually about to come out of retrograde in October. Well, everything's in fucking October because we're in October. But a lot of planets actually come out of retrograde this month. So a lot of things will start to feel like back on a smooth path. But we have Pluto, which is our planet of... I wrote down creation and destruction, but I really want to say it's the planet of destruction and creation because Pluto allows you to tap in and to destroy the things that no longer resonate with you to then create and recreate your new self. So it's like Pluto, I feel like, is the elevation planet. It's the planet that allows you to throw that shit out, It allows you to rethink your power and to reassess how you want to move forward with that. And that is Pluto. Pluto comes out it's been in retrograde since April, and it comes out October 6th. The one that we've had after that is the planet Saturn. Pluto also governs the sign of Scorpio. I'm not 100% on all of these that they govern. I know some. So, be fair. In Libra sense, be fair, And I apologize. I don't apologize because it's my fucking body. So, but my titties is sitting real nice today. So, I don't want to wear clothes. We have Saturn, the planet Saturn, that is retrograde. It's been retrograde since May. It comes out of retrograde on October 10th. It is the planet of discipline, karma, and maturity. Because it's been retrograde, it's given us a sense of feeling like we've had a break in being so serious and taking everything so serious, and even a break in our discipline. If you felt unmotivated, because I know I have, but since May, we've been in a position where it's been allowed to pause. It's been acceptable to take a break. It's been acceptable to, like, figure it out. And it's because Saturn has been rolling retrograde, and so it kind of just, even if you feel guilty, it's the, what do you call it? What's the word? I can never think of the word. it's not assisted, whatever. The sky is allowing you to be in that position. So knowing that that's what's happening in the sky will maybe allow you to find different ways to motivate yourself and different ways to discipline and to honor your discipline, to honor your daily shit. Charon, which is our wounded healer, that is not a planet. It is actually a planetary body. I believe it's an asteroid or something of some sort. It has a major effect on us in the sense of it is deemed our wounded healer. So it is our past, it's almost like our past lives karma that you then have to heal within your life today. And I mean, if you don't believe in past lives, you can almost see it as like it's the karma you're born with. And I get it. Some people say that you're not born with anything because you're born pure, you know. But at the same time, you're born from two people. And so the same way that you receive those genes from two people, you receive karmic baggage from those two people as well. So unintentionally, it's not like my kid is gonna deal with my shit because no, that's not it. It's just like you're born under these people. They're born under certain signs, which are born under certain people, which are born under certain signs. So it's just generations of trauma that the Charon allows you the opportunity to heal. And when it's been retrograde since July, it actually won't come out of retrograde until December 19th. But it's it represents a deeper connection to our emotional needs. So it's really been allowing us to go deeper in the sense of what do I personally need from myself, from my energy, from my aura, from my growth, from my healing. I feel like it's just very important to honor that. And I understand it's not a planet. However, it's affecting us. Jupiter has been retrograde since June. It's coming out on October 18th. It is your planet of, Saturn, I believe, governs, if it's discipline and karma and maturity, I really want to say Saturn governs Aquarius, I believe. Jupiter is joy, expansion, wisdom, adventure. It's been retrograde since June. It'll come out October 18th. And because it's the planet of joy, expansion, wisdom, and adventure, it's in retrograde. So retrograde either intensifies what these planets do, or it has the complete opposite effect of really what these planets do. It holds back from these planets truly being their true selves. So our joy may have felt like it's been snatched from us since June. Like your wisdom, you may be questioning your fun, spontaneous side. Jupiter rules Sagittarius, so all of the qualities of Sagittarius come from the planet Jupiter, which really will affect the mood. It's been affecting mine for sure. And your energy is subdued and it forces inner growth, because you then realize that where's my joy? You start searching for it in different spaces within you, because it's not predominantly just in your face right there. We have Neptune, which is the planet of dreams, illusions, and fantasies. It's been retrograde since June. It won't come out until December 1st. It is your planet that governs Pisces, which dreams, illusions, and fantasies kind of describes a Pisces, but I love you anyway. But because it's going retrograde, it allows you to see more clearly through the smoke. So Neptune is said to create clouds, because it's all in that dreamy state, that illusionary, but this could be in what ifs and how abouts, and it's just more so like this is what it is. So it's just been causing us to face reality. And then we have Uranus, which I want to say governs, I want to say it's Capricorn. I really want to say it's Capricorn. But Uranus is the planet of sudden change, revolution, independence, and individuality. It's been retrograde since August. It comes out January 18th. And it is, this retrograde period has been more expansive in the sense of world changes, which also will lead you, because everything around you on a grander scale is changing, it causes you to then go inside and reflect in, and it leads you to introspection. So it brings us all to Mercury retrograde, which actually just went retrograde the other day. Went retrograde on the 27th, I believe, and it'll be retrograde until October 18th. So we have 18 more days of that shit. Of Mercury is the planet of communication, of cognitive function, of logic, and it is retrograding right now currently in Libra. I feel like that's important because this may be the most balanced Mercury retrograde we may have, in the sense of maybe being able to catch some shit we do before we do it. It'll have us rethinking our partners and our partnerships and what type of partner that you are. Mercury actually governs two signs. It governs Virgo, and it also governs Gemini. So Mercury going retrograde may affect you heavily. I feel like that's the reason why Mercury affects so heavily on people, because it's not just affecting like, okay, if you got this sign in your chart and woo woo woo, and like it's affecting two signs. It's also your communication. It's also your communication. It's also your logic. Your sense of logic just seems unreasonable at the time that Mercury goes retrograde. You may say some shit and be like, why did I just say that? You may start rambling. I was definitely rambling the other day to somebody that I just met, and they kind of were just like, all right, well, you have a nice day. And I was like, awkward. But you know, you're gonna have those awkward ass situations when Mercury goes retrograde. You're gonna have communication failures in the sense of technology when Mercury goes retrograde. You're going to want to scream when Mercury goes retrograde, because you just feel like, why the fuck is nothing working? It's because Mercury's retrograde. So, you know, all of these planets being retrograde is just a sign to take it easy on yourself, on your life, on your career, on your friends, on the people that's around you, on the energy that's inside of you, on the aura that's outside of you, on your chakras that are within you. You know, just take it easy. Focus on that balance. Channel that Libra energy when you think you should do something. Maybe just sit and meditate on it for a second, because we have a lot of things that are spinning backwards and it's causing us to just feel confused. I know that I have literally felt confused since the middle of this year, and I've just been like in a state of like lostness, and like I know what I want, I know where I want to be, I know what I want to do, I know who I want to be around me. And then I keep choosing bullshit. It's like, bitch, you don't want this. You don't want them. You don't want to talk to this person. You don't want to see that person. You don't want to hang out with this person. You don't want to do that. So you don't want to put effort into this. You don't care. You don't care. I have a 2-year limit. I've said this to somebody before. This is going to come off really crazy. But if you're my friend past 2 years, you're my family. I don't consider you a friend if we still speak after 2 years. You're my family. So I have a 2-year limit of where I'm just like, over it. Next. I'm not that person that I was then. I don't really want you around anymore. And that's really hard for me to explain. So I just ghost people. You be like, oh, look, Amber. And then I'm like, and you'll be like, where'd she go? And I'm just over here. You feel me? Because, like, I don't want to be over there anymore. And I feel like it's my choice if I want to be over there. And really, it is my choice. But, like, not without communication. You know? And I just don't be communicating because I be avoiding communication because, like, bitch, who wants to do that? On top of the fact that, like, I'm just going to tell you about me, like, Leo sun means a lot. You feel me? Like, Leo sun, and I'm like a Leo. Like, I'm not on no cusp, but, like, bitch is in there. And I have a Gemini moon and a Virgo rising. Both of those fucking signs are ruled by Mercury, the planet of communication. You would think I'd be on it, but no. It's because I'm trying to avoid my emotions, so I don't want to talk about it. And I'm also trying to avoid how people see me, so I don't want to talk about it. So I just take out communication, and I just be like, I'm a Leo. I just don't want to do it. That's not okay. So I've been working on that. I've been really working on that. And if you see me, and you be like, you look different, because I've been working on it. You glowing different. I've been working on it. You talking, you're expressing yourself differently. I've been fucking working on it, okay? And so it's been difficult. It's difficult for me. And especially when you come from people that, like, nigga, you don't tell your fucking business. Like, what? You depressed. That shit don't exist. Just go smile and go be about life. And it's like, you know, like, I just feel like that should be real. Like, depression be taking me out. Like, I get taken out by depression at least 5 times a year. Like, bare fucking minimum. And my depression comes in many forms. My depression comes in me not eating. My depression comes in me overeating. But not overeating, but eating fucking sweets. Like, I love me some sour candy. If you see me eating a bag of sour candy, ask the bitch what's wrong. Like, real shit. Like, be like, oh, you good? If I'm eating gummy worms in the middle of the day, something's wrong, you know? My depression comes in me sleeping. My depression comes in me avoiding all responsibilities, showing up late, canceling plans. Like, my anxiety is completely different from my depression. My anxiety is based off of society. Like, because of the world we live in, I'm now anxious due to circumstances. Like, if I'm in this space and I feel anxious, it's because the world we live in, that I'm predicting all these things that could possibly happen. So now I don't want to be here, and now I'm hella anxious, and now I'm just sitting there like, but you know, that's how I handle it. I'm still trying to find healthy fucking ways to remove myself, to not allow it to get the best of me, to not allow it to ruin my energy. But depression for me is something that I'm just hella conscious of all of the shit that goes on inside of me. I keep seeing butterflies. It's so pretty. I'm just hella conscious in the sense of, like, something just popped in my head. I gotta do some research. But, yeah, I'm just hella conscious in what's going on within me. And I know I know that depression works easily through me. So I just try to be conscious of it. But I also have been noticing my patterns lately because I'm in that state and I'm pulling myself out of that state. And so I've just been noticing that, like, I've been eating a lot of candy. Like, that was actually my dinner last night. So, yeah. So it's just, you know, do what's best for you to heal. This is all about healing. I send you healing energy today. Send you healing energy for October, healing energy for this month, for this weekend, for the start on this Friday. We are starting this month on a Friday. I feel like that is very special to me. I was born on a Friday. Friday is the day of Goddess Oshun. It's the 5th day. It's, you know, Fridays are a joyous day for many people. It's the beginning of their end, you know, beginning of your work, the end of your work week, so the beginning of your weekend, beginning of your rest. So let's take the time to channel all of that energy into October. Let's make the change. Let's be the change. Let's just fucking do it. Let's fucking do it. But yeah, I pray healing over your beings. Thanks for listening to me rant. If you made it this far, for 25 fucking minutes. I mean, it was informative. I could have been keeping you informed throughout the months about these stuffs, but you know, it's hard for me to do the work and to deliver the work when doing the work takes me the fuck out. And I'ma just be real. I think this is the first time where I've truly actively done the work. Like, committed to it. But when I truly committed to it and did the work, and then at the same time of me committing to it and doing the work, still found the space to share it. And so that's been a balance for me. So, you know, just channeling that sense of balance. Oh, and I said at the beginning of this that Libra season just feels better for me. People born in 1993, between 1992 and 1993, actually have a lot of Libra alignments in their chart. In early 1994, I believe, we actually have a lot of Libra alignments in our chart within our like outer planets, because your outer planets stay in those signs for a pretty long time. So most people born within 2 to 3 years within each other may have the same outer planets in the same signs. So check your friend group. It may make sense why you can relate to certain people that are your age more than other people, and it's because like of that. But yeah, I have a lot of Libra in my spaces that occupies a lot of my spaces. So Libra season feels calming for me. It feels like a lot of planets are in, like a lot of my planets feel comforted knowing that the sun is in Libra. You know, it's just another backing of like, girl, you got it. It's okay. We really are balanced. Just figure out the balance for you, you know? So that's what I pray for. I pray for balance and healing. And I'm actually about to go pray at the springs. So until next time, peace.